Hey everyone, welcome to my channel. So I just came across this video of this family who is just discovering that they have a bomb shelter in their house. Bomb shelters were very popular around the 1950s, and this really brought back a lot of memories because my previous house that I lived in, actually we discovered that we had a bomb shelter too shortly after we bought the house, and I'm going to tell you how we discovered it. But our bomb shelter that we had in our home was fully stocked. It was so cool. It had everything you could possibly imagine, from reading books for the kids to all kinds of medicine and everything, even food. It was so old that the cans of food, there was nothing left even in the cans. It was just like, empty. But anyway, I still have some of the things that was in that bomb shelter, and I'm going to show you guys. And I'm also going to show you on Google the exact house where the bomb shelter was located and the little story time that goes behind that. But first, let's take a look at this family right here. And he's going down there, and I'm going to see what's in their bomb shelter. So before we get started, the bomb shelter that we had in my house, I actually didn't go down there. My ex-husband went down there and my son went down there, and they described it to me to a T, and they brought so much stuff up, and it was so cool to see everything that was in the bomb shelter. But anyway, let's get to this video and see if they find anything.
What does it smell like?
Looks like somebody spilled some down there.
Some what?
It's like soap, like calcium.
Like it flooded or something?
Yeah.
So I'm heading down the ladder. Yeah. These wires.
Yeah, see, I don't know what this is on the ground.
So ours was not as simple to get into, and I'm going to tell you guys why and show you, but I wish I could have went down and seen it myself.
So, there's a pipe right there. Oh, that's probably one of the vent pipes.
I don't know.
Come back.
So, like, the light almost still looks it's so rotted and rusted.
My voice sounds so deep down there. Like James Earl Jones. I don't know about these beans.
Okay, so that one looks completely empty, and it looks very much like the one that we had that was described to me. So I'm going to show you the house that I used to live that had the bomb shelter, and I'm going to explain to you guys a little bit. And then I'm going to show you guys what I still have from that bomb shelter. Okay, so this was the house that we bought in the 90s. So most of the houses were built in the 50s. That house was built in 1954. So here's just a glimpse of the basic neighborhood. And now I'm going to show you exactly from the outside of the house, because you can actually kind of still see it, where the bomb shelter was. So I'm going to take you guys around the corner and let you look in the backyard. Guys, so this is the side of the house, and it looks just like a regular backyard and a regular house. So how would we know that we even had a bomb shelter in the first place? Well, if it wasn't for this guy in the neighborhood, he lived there ever since he was a little boy, and he came up to my ex-husband and was talking about the house and said, yeah, when I was a kid, all the kids in the neighborhood used to play at this house, and supposedly there was an underground fort or something like that. So I guess they just talked in detail and put two and two together. Come to find out, I'll point to it. Do you see this slab right here, this concrete slab? Well, this is where the bomb shelter was dug out, and as you can see, I always wondered why our backyard was like on a big hill. So that's why, because the bomb shelter was dug out. And at one time, there was a tunnel leading from the house to the shelter, and I guess that's how the kids had access to it. They used to go from the house and play in the shelter. So once my ex-husband found out that this was the bomb shelter right here, he dug a big hole right here. So that's why I didn't go down there. I didn't have any access to it, and I really didn't want to go, in a hole underneath the ground. So anyway, he made a big enough hole. He went down there and, described it. My son went down there. I think he was 7 at the time, and they brought up so much stuff, boxes and boxes of stuff. It was so cool. So anyway, how they described it was painted bright yellow. There was actually electricity, so there was lights on the wall, kind of like in the first video that I showed you guys. So anyway, that's what it looked like, and bomb shelters were really popular in the 50s. So I wouldn't be surprised if, this wasn't the only house in the neighborhood that actually had a bomb shelter, because I've heard a lot of stories, but ours was one that was actually fully stocked. So with that being said, let me show you some of the things that I still have. Okay, so out of all of the things that I used to have from the bomb shelter, this is only one of the things that I have left. And these are little glass bottles of medicine. At one time, I was able to read the labels. The labels were in much better condition almost 20 years ago, and I think I tried washing them. I probably shouldn't have done that. But anyway, as you can see, the original medicine is still in these bottles. And when I was able to read the label, I was able to read the street that the pharmacy was on, and that was Van Born, which was right near my house. And I was also able to read the labels to see what kind of medicine this was. And most of these bottles were castor oil. And this one, I just tried to open it before I started the video to show you the dropper. And you can see the red right there. This was iodine, and it had a little dropper or applicator there. So, yeah, can't really make out these labels anymore. Not at all. But anyway, that is really interesting. It was stocked with all kinds of medicine. I don't know why I'd still have these. Even salt tablets, things that you would find at like an army surplus store, food, magazines, kids' coloring books, and stuff like that. Oh, it reminds me, I still have something else. I'll show you. Okay, and the other thing that I wanted to show you that I still have is, like I said, there was all kinds of things for kids in the bomb shelter, books and crayons and lesson books and things like that. So here's 2 records, Mary Poppins, and the records are still in really good condition. So my house was built in 1954, so that's when the bomb shelter was built, I'm pretty sure. Oh, by the way, I was able to get the caps off 2 of these bottles. I've never even tried before, but this one, the cap just will not come off. So anyways, there is my little bomb shelter story. I thought it was really interesting, and I really do wish, like I said, I would have still had all of that stuff, because I had a lot. It was like boxes of stuff. It was completely stocked and full. So anyway, guys, if you're new to my channel, please like this video and subscribe. I make all kinds of random videos, so if you're interested, please leave me a comment down below. Thanks. Bye.